Good morning, cadets. I welcome you back for the computer science session of class 11th, and we are with the Boolean logic chapter. In my previous class, we have discussed about the introduction of Boolean logic or Boolean algebra, the Boolean valued quantities, what are the logical operations and logical operators like were not, and, or, and how the Boolean expressions are represented using a truth table. Right? What do you mean by a truth table? All the possible combinations and the possible outputs are written in the form of a table. As you know that if all the result for all the rows is true, then it is a tautology. If all the results for all the combination is 0, then it will be fallacy. That also we have discussed, and today we will discuss about the basic logic gates. There are so many logic gates. We will discuss first about the basic logic gates, then we go for other logic gates using basic gates. Okay. Now, what is exactly the basic logic gates now? What you can say, a gate is a basic electronic circuit. What is exactly meaning of a gate? A gate is a basic electronic circuit used to develop an output signal by passing one or more input signals. So gate is something like a circuit. It accepts more than one or more than one, any number of inputs, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, something like that, but it produces only one output. Many input signals, but there will be only one output signals. Getting the idea? So a gate is a kind of two-state digital circuit because its input or output are either 0 or 1. That is either low or voltage, low or high, either false or true. Getting the idea? Either on or off. So there are only two possible states in logic circuits. Gates are also known as logic gates because they can coordinate with the Boolean logic. A normal gates may be in any logical circuit or any circuit, any electronic circuit is a gate. Since the name is given as a logic gate because Boolean logic is used in establishing these gates. So logic gates are of three types. Basic logic gates are of three types. Inverter, it is also called as a negator, it is also called as a NOT gate, and second one is OR gate, and third is AND gate. And these gates are designed based on the logical operations NOT, OR, and AND. Okay. Now first one, the inverter, that is NOT gate. What is exactly? The NOT gate takes one input and produces one output. As we have seen, that is a NOT is a unary operator because it requires only one operand. So it takes only one input and also produces one output. Its output is exactly opposite to its input. It is called NOT gate because its output is not similar to its input. Its output is also called as a complement or opposite. The meaning of complement means opposite of input. Truth table and diagram for the NOT gate is here. You can just see. Suppose X, the possible states of X are either low or high. When it is low, okay, its complement is high. When it is high, its complement is low. In other words, if input is 0, output is 1. If input is 1, output is 0. Possible value X here as an input and X dash or X complement of X is here, and NOT gate is represented with a triangle and a small circle at its tip here. Understood? Now the symbol and the truth table already we have discussed. The same thing here we have taken A, 0 and 1. If it is 0, it is 1. If it is 1, it is 0, and the symbol is already explained here. The presence of small circle always denotes it is a negation, it is a inversion, it is a complementation. Now you can see here how exactly the NOT gate here. For example, the X is your, sorry, A is your input, right? Here, if input A is low, okay, your X is output. No, A is input and X is output. So if A is 0, then your output is 1. If A is 1, then your output is 0. That is how exactly it is explained here in the NOT gate. Now we'll come to the next gate, that what we call it as a OR gate. Okay. it is not a unary operator, it is a binary operator, because of course if you want you can also have output for only one input, but you can also give the two or more inputs. OR gates take two or more inputs, okay, and produces always 15. 15 means 3.5 hai kya? 50 rupees you give tomorrow. I should give you. Okay. So OR gate takes two or more inputs and produces one output. Its output is a logical sum of passed inputs. Now here the OR represents the logical sum, it is not your numerical sum. It produces high voltage output on any one high voltage input. Out of the two inputs, if any one is high voltage, then our output is be high. It produces low voltage output only when all the inputs are of low voltage. Very simple. So you can see here, if both are low, then only output is low. If any one or all are high, then it is high. So any one of the inputs is 1, then output is 1. If all the inputs are 0, then the output is 0. This gate work for more than two inputs also. Okay, understood? In the same manner, instead of 2, if there is x, y, z, the same rule is applicable, and if x and y are input, then x logical sum y, rather than saying x plus y, what we should say, x logical sum of y, x or y it is called. Getting the idea? Understood? You see clearly the symbol of your OR gate. Now an OR gate is a gate that has two or more inputs and whose output is equal to the OR combination. The same thing. See here we have shown three inputs, A, B, C. A logical sum with B, logical sum with C. Now here the possible combination of x and y are only 4, because there were two inputs. 2 raised to 2 means 4. Whereas here 3 inputs, there should be 8 combination, because 2 raised to 3 is 8. Getting the idea? So x is the output. Now the same rule is applicable. If any one of the inputs or all inputs are 1, you see in all these columns, minimum 1 is, out of the 3, 1 is, one input is there, right, high, that is 1. That's why in all the places output is 1. Only in the first row all the inputs are 0, therefore output is 0. Hope you understood. Very simple. Same thing is applicable for even your if the number of inputs are 4. If the number of inputs are 4, then you will have 4 variables, 2 raised to 4, that is totally 16 combinations you have to write here. Now we'll come to the AND gate. What is exactly the AND gate here? The AND gates take 2 or more inputs and produces one output. In all these 3 gates, always it produces only one output. Number of inputs may be 2 or more. Its output is logical multiplication of passed inputs. It produces low voltage output on any one of the input signal is low voltage. What is that? It produces low voltage on any of the input signal is low. It produces high voltage output only and when all the inputs are of high voltage. The meaning of which is, hey, in case of two variables, only here high, it is high. In all other cases it is low, because here low is there, low is there, low is there. Means if when all the inputs are 1, then only output is 1. If any one input or all inputs are 0, then the output is 0. X and Y are the inputs here shown, right? The dot is an operator for logical multiplication. Even sometimes while writing the Boolean expression, we will write xy. Xy is understood because there between x and y there is a multiplication, logical multiplication. Dot will be present. This gate work for more than two input signals in the similar manner. Just you can see here, okay. AND gate. An AND gate is a gate that has two or more inputs whose output is equal to the AND product of the inputs. Now I have taken the example of 3 inputs here, A, B, C. Output is X, logically representing A, B, C, and see the symbol of the AND gate. Okay, X equal to A, B, C. Right? Now, as I told you, there are 3 inputs. The number of possible combinations will be 2 raised to 3, that is 8, 0 to 7. Right? It is binary 0, binary 1, binary 2, binary 3, right? It is like this, it is written. Now you can see output is only you are finding 1 here, because when all the inputs are 1, then only output is 1. Otherwise, output will be 0. These are called our logic, basic logic gates, not OR and AND, right? With this background, now let us move to the Boolean laws and theorems, and also we call them as a postulates. The laws you can call, postulates you can call, theorems you can call in our Boolean algebra. Now what is exactly a postulate? There must be some difference between a postulate and a theory, isn't it? Postulates are directly, they are assumed, no need to prove them, they are a proven one. Okay, postulate means it is like that, you have to follow it, that's all. That is what postulates. They are the fundamental laws based on which the theorems of Boolean algebras are derived, isn't it? The moment if you say theorem, you have to prove it. Getting the idea? Understood? So postulates, the fundamental laws based on which theorems of Boolean algebras are derived. These postulates state basic relations in Boolean algebra as given below. There are 4 the postulates. Let us see here, very simple way. Postulate number 1, if x is not equal to 0, then it must be 1. If vice versa, if x is not equal to 1, then it should be 0. Understood? Means if the Boolean variable is false, or else what you can say, if the Boolean variable is not false, means it is true only. If it is not true, means it is false only. This is what the postulate number 1. Now what is the OR relations? It is a logical addition. It is not our arithmetic addition, it is a logical addition. Now I should read this, that false with false, false only, false with true, true only, true with false, true only, true with true, true only. That's we know. As we know in the OR gate or OR operation, okay, if one or any one of the inputs is true, then the output is true. When all the inputs are false, then only output is false. Similarly, in case of logical multiplication, it is represented with the dot operation here. What it shows here, you can see 0 dot 1 2 3. Okay, 1 is missing here. 0 dot 0. Okay, it is given here. 0 dot 0 is 0. 0 dot 1 is 0. 1 dot 0 is 0. 1 dot 1 is 1. What is the meaning of this now? In case of logical multiplication, when all the inputs are true, then only output is true. If any one or all inputs are false, then the output is false. That is AND relation. And the complement rules. Complement of 0 is 1 and complement of 1 is 0. The same thing. If x is not equal to 0, it must be 1. If x is not equal to 1, then it must be 0. That is what we call in the terms of complement rules. If complement of 0 is 1 and complement of 1 is 0. With these basic postulates, we have one more theory that is called as the principle of. Before going to the theorems, let us check what is the principle of duality. What is this principle of duality? It is very important concept of Boolean logic. A Boolean relation can be derived by other Boolean relation with the following rules. If already one Boolean relation is there, I can derive another Boolean relation with the help of that existing Boolean relation, then it is called as a duality. Now how we will write the dual, what you can say, the relations. Every OR signal, that is plus, is replaced by AND. If you find a plus, you replace it by dot. And every dot is replaced by plus. Means OR will be replaced by AND will be replaced by OR. And every 1 is replaced by 0 and every 0 is replaced by 1. By doing this, we can write the dual expressions. Let us see some of the examples. The received expression will be dual expression of original expression. Example, 0 plus 0 equal to 0. This is the given expression. 0 plus means, understand, it is logical OR only. Okay, 0 logical OR with 0 equal to. Now wherever 0 you replace 1, wherever plus you replace dot. That's all. That is called as a, the meaning of which is, in Boolean logic, if 0 logical OR with 0 is 0, then it dual will also be true. What you can say here, 1 with logical AND with 1 will be 1. So if your Boolean expression is true, then its dual expression will also be true. Getting the idea? Now you can see here 0 plus 1 is equal to 1. So this 0 is represented by 1 and this 1 is represented by 0 and plus is replaced by dot. Clear? Next, 1 plus 0 is 1. That will be 1 is replaced by 0, plus is replaced by dot, and 1 is replaced by 0. 1 plus equal to 1 is nothing but 1 dot 1 equal to, no, we have to replace zeros here, right? 1 plus equal to 1 should have been 0 dot 0 equal to 0. This is wrong, what it is written at the end here. So please do the correction, note down the correction here, because 1 must be replaced by 0 and plus must be replaced by dot. So 1 plus true or true is equal to true. Similarly, false, logical AND with false will be false. That is why 0 dot 0 will be 0. This is what the principle of duality. Now let us go for some of the basic theorems of Boolean algebra. There are totally how many theorems we have listed out? Okay, absorption law, other rules. Okay, then we come to the De Morgan's theorem. We try to complete, if possible, the basic theorems of Boolean algebra. Once again, it is very simple. Properties of 0 and 1. What it says, 0 and 1 here you can see. With any Boolean value, with any Boolean variable, if you are adding with 0, the value will not be changed. But if you add with 1, then 1 will dominate here. Understood? What is the meaning? If a Boolean variable, irrespective of whether it is 0 or 1, we don't know. Let it be 0 or 1, whatever it is, we call it as a x. If you add with 0, as in our normal addition also, if you see, for any value, if you add 0, that value doesn't make any difference, isn't it? Similarly here, if you make a plus 0, it remains x only. But if you made with plus 1, that is true, then 1 will be dominated, irrespective of the value of your x. Similarly here, in case of AND, now 0 will dominate here. In case of OR, 1 will dominate. In case of NOT or in case of AND, 0 will dominate. So if you make it logical AND with 1, then it doesn't make any difference. In multiplication also, you know that if any value is multiplied by 1, the value will not change. For these things only, 0 plus x, 1 plus x, 0 dot x, 1 dot x. The two tables are given. One two table I will explain you. See, possible value of x are 0, 0, and with 0 what will happen? 0, 0 is 0 and 0, 1 is 1. What it should say here? Whatever x is there, it remains same thing. That is what the meaning here. Similarly here, in case of 1 plus x possible values are 0 and 1. What will happen with 1? 1, 0 is 1 and 1, 1 is also 1. So whatever your 1 column was there, same column will be there. Similarly, in case of your 0 into x and 1 into x. Now, idempotence law. What is this? Idempotence law. Okay, we'll try to complete this idempotence today, and remaining laws will continue in my next class. What is this idempotence law? Can you observe anything here? X plus x equal to x. X dot x equal to x. In other words, how we can remember this idempotence law? What it says? See, if false, you tell any number of times false, it remains false only. False cannot be converted into true, isn't it? Any number of times you tell truth, it remains truth only. It cannot be changed to false. Similarly, in logical AND also, if you multiply number of false any number of times, then it remains as a false only. Or you multiply the truth at any number of times, that it is. So not only x plus x, if it is x plus x plus x plus x plus 100 times you write, it remains as x only. Similarly, x into x into x into you multiply 100 number of times, it will be x only, isn't it? The meaning of which is the value of any Boolean, for even if you represent any number of times with OR, it will not change its value. It can be represented as only 1. For example, you can see here x is written twice. 0 plus 0 is 0. 1 plus 1 is 1 only. Similarly, here 0 into 0 will be 0 only. 1 into 1 will be. Suppose this 0, if I add 100 times, then still it remains 0 only. Suppose if I add 100 times, it will remain 1 only. Similarly with the case of, if I multiply 0 100 times, it is 0 only. If I multiply 100 times, it remains 1 only. This is what we call it as a idempotence law. Okay, so I would like to stop here, and remaining theorems, basic theorems, I will continue in my next class. Bye.